Salut YouTube. 5e partie de Memoria. Où on s'était... Bon, on doit avoir le même âge, man. Où on s'était laissé... en plein moment de suspense. Une voix sourde a retenti de l'autre côté de la pièce où est Guéron. Mais nous ne savons pas qui est cet homme, cette créature. Et nous allons le découvrir, incessamment sous peu. Si un jour le jeu se charge. Là. Donc on s'était quitté ici. Grand moment de suspense. Vérifions que nous n'avons rien oublié dans la... Yes. Ok. Là, ça y est, j'ai tout pris normalement.
By the 12.
Calm yourself, Geron. I'm not here to hurt you.
Who are you?
The mask made the Fakina dull and empty. The princess loosened his bond and let him lift her over the last hurdle, and finally stood before the gates of Draconia.
What's going on here?
Do you want to solve the riddle, Geron? Do you want to help Nuri?
Yes, but...
Then prove to me that you aren't stupid.
Hail, traveler.
Prior, save me.
Draconia's gate is guarded by 6 elemental beings. 6 beings with 6 riddles, which Sajia had to solve.
Brothers and sisters are we, to each his element. Tell us who we are, and you too shall be known to us.
You heard them. Tell the grotesque faces which element belongs to each of them, just as Sajia once did. And the path to Draconia will also be open to you.
Ok. C'est la merde.
Keep me far from my sister in the middle. First she steals my form, and then my substance. Who am I?
Bonne question, mon gars.
I know the world like no other. One can reach through me, and yet I hide the greatest secrets. Who am I?
Toi, t'es la
You are
glace.
ice.
Toi, t'es la glace, toi.
Like my sister, I am sometimes hot, sometimes cold, and always in motion. But unlike her, I am always the same.
Oh, toi.
Who am I?
Toi, t'es le... T'es l'air, toi.
You are air.
Toi, t'es l'air, mon gars.
Keep me fed, or I will vanish away. Keep me in check, or I will harm you. Who
Oh,
am
le feu.
You are fire.
Of all my siblings, I was the last to come
Oh, la terre.
into being. I give life to all. Yet, as I give, I also take back. Who am I?
Ouais, mais c'est pas la terre avec une majuscule. Ça pourrait être l'eau. Allez.
You are earth.
Donc l'autre, ce que je pensais.
Keep me far from my sister in the
Salut,
middle.
Mogi.
First she steals my form,
Toi,
then
tu es
my
l'eau.
substance. Who am I?
L'autre, c'est la glace.
You are water.
ice, fire, earth, water, air, and ore. Which elemental spirit belongs to which element?
Bah attends, c'est bon. Ah merde, j'ai pas vu lui.
I am the sister with the greatest patience. I shape my treasures for eons and bear the face of the world. Who am I?
You are ore.
Me suis-je trompé?
Ice. Which element?
Ah, j'ai l'air de m'être trompé. Quand tout a l'air de coller. L'eau, la glace. Attends, elle a dit ma sœur du milieu. Dites de ma substance. Mais... Ah, attends, est-ce que ça, c'est pas la glace et l'autre le feu? Et l'autre l'eau.
You are ice.
Keep me far.
Bah, attends.
Keep me.
C'est bon alors.
You are ice.
Voilà. Tu vois, t'es l'eau.
You are water.
Voilà.
It is done.
Ça va et toi?
The gate to Draconia.
Non, c'était pas le bon ordre, c'est en fait l'eau et la glace, je les ai inversés. Puisque la sœur du milieu, en fait, c'est celle qui est sur le poteau et la sœur du milieu, c'est le feu. Donc, qui prend sa substance, la glace. Ce qu'il a dit, j'ai pas compris.
Huh? Is he also petrified? He's holding something in his hand. A book.
Garon, are you here?
Brider.
Ah, you're still here. Is Ulrich upstairs?
No, he's lying back there on the floor. The heap of dust.
You can't be serious.
Maybe you should sit down. I have to show you something.
Oh, interesting. It's a diary written by an air elementalist who lived in Draconia during Sadia's times. Here, the upcoming battle in the Gorian Desert, the Holy Army outside our gates. We were also called upon to play a part in this unparalleled bloodbath.
Do you think the book will give us a clue how to find the way to Draconia?
Oh, Garon, the book is the way to Draconia, just as any book could be a gate. Oh, this looks like a good passage. Boron 19th, 590 after Bosporan's fall.
Et chapitre 5. Incroyable.
I was on my way to the laboratories of the Auradepts when Admiral Wahim caught me by surprise in the main corridor.
Your attitude is unacceptable, Xerxes. In 3 days, the demon hordes will fall upon Aventuria. If my army is destroyed, then it'll be your ignorance which brought us down.
Oh, Admiral, I know, but you exaggerate. We are simple elementalists. We've withdrawn to these halls because the concerns of the world weary us. We're not warriors.
My name is Sadia. I come from Fazar.
Fazar?
A long way. Did you come the whole way on foot?
Yes.
Ouais, je suis allé au
Is
bon
this
endroit.
Draconia?
Yes, the Council of the Elements in Draconia. You require the services of an elementalist?
Notre.
I'm here to join the Holy Army. I want to fight in the Gore.
I'm afraid I have nothing to do with that.
Let me know if you learn any more about him.
What can you do? Can you fight? Use magic?
I'm looking for a prince. I'm supposed to give him this mask.
Xerxes, take her to the prince.
But I'd rather...
At once.
If you'd follow me.
Wow.
Did you know that Draconia was built by dragons?
Bug dans les dialogues.
All the wonders of this world in one place. And behind every passageway lies a new
Ça, c'est cool, il a
surprise.
un
And that
overboard.
man wants us to drop everything and fight in his ridiculous little war. Can you imagine it?
Oh yes.
May I ask what's so special about this mask?
Pas.
I don't know.
Then it's a good thing that you are here. We in the Council of Elements specialize in the study of
Te regarde
mysterious artifacts. These timeless halls offer many opportunities to do so. Ah, time. Isn't time an astonishing thing? At first glance, everything in Draconia seems so gigantic, and we seem so small. But that is nothing in comparison to the monumental size of the time which slumbers in these halls. According to our understanding, this is the oldest structure in Aventuria, almost as old as time itself.
Il n'est pas
I
chiant.
hope you have healthy lungs. This stairway is horrible. And here's another ancient wonder that leaves us absolutely awestruck.
Le pire endroit
A
du jeu.
star system, but fascinatingly not our own. Who built it? And why? Does it show the past? Or a distant future? I propose that it shows both. And another staircase.
Le potager.
Ah, the zucchini. I love zucchini.
Why is Draconia so empty? I thought you were about to go to war. Where's the army?
Wrong. We, that is the council, have decided
Ouais,
to
c'est ce que je dis,
stay
il a un
out
nuage
of this
overboard.
war. We're being pressured to change our minds, but as long as the balance of the spheres isn't disturbed, we see no reason to do so.
Blast it. Does that mean there's no army here?
Over there. The Flying Fortress Keshalri. A masterpiece of elemental air magic. Do you have any more questions before I take you to the prince?
Who is the prince?
Ça me
The
tente bien le où
fortress
sont
is
tes
carried
jambes.
by hundreds upon hundreds of air spirits bound in special crystals, so-called floating stones. The prince is a master of domination magic. He ensures that the spirits remain in the stones and do what is asked of them.
But why a prince?
As Admiral Vahim always puts it so nicely, in times like these, one takes what one can get.
What's wrong with your legs?
I was born with very weak legs. So weak that they didn't grow with the rest of my body. Since then, an air spirit has carried me through life.
Merci Mogi pour le host.
The Holy Army is in the fortress?
Yes, an entire army of
Il a des jambes de nain,
clerics.
quoi.
A second army is currently marching from Zorgan to Gore. In 3 days, the two forces will meet right before the plateau and enter the battle together. All that effort just to die. Tragic.
Bon, plus rien à te dire.
Take me to the fortress. I must see this prince.
And once again, you draw hasty, false conclusions. The prince is no longer in the fortress, but rather here, in this hole. Take my hand. Right, there we are. I lured you into a pretty trap, eh? Yes, the prince is a prisoner, and yes, you played into his hands. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
What did he do?
He tampered with the floating stones of the flying fortress. He is evil, and thus we've taken him prisoner. You don't know anything about this?
This room is a prison?
Draconia has no dungeon, so we had to do a bit of thinking. We're directly above the sphere's observatory here. The magic of the observatory keeps the matrix of this room stable, which makes it impossible to do magic here. You understand the principle?
No.
Well, it's really quite simple.
What does the prince want with the mask?
Who knows? I didn't even know until now that such an artifact existed.
Let me go. I brought the mask here under a misunderstanding. I'm innocent.
I know. On the way up here, I cast a few spells on you. I know that you mean no evil.
Well, then?
Before I let you go, give me the mask, your staff, and the dagger. I'm waiting.
What kind of place is this?
We have no dungeon here in Draconia. That's why we converted the elemental
oui,
in this...
ok, je te les file.
I'm waiting.
The room that...
ouais.
Is this what you wanted?
Why are you doing this?
Allez, va chercher.
Now, all that's missing is the dagger and the mask.
Va chercher, salaud.
If you want something from me, you'll have to come and get it.
You can't be serious.
Hé hé. Oh, pour qui, lui?
And now the mask.
J'espère qu'il va pas péter au fond, hein.
I'll be right back.
Whoever you are, thank you for bringing it here.
Had I known you were behind this, I would have thought twice about it. Hello, Kasim. It's me, Sadia.
Sadia? Sadia, how long has it been?
Since you had me thrown out of the palace, long enough to leave those times behind me.
As if anything has changed since then. I'm still the sole heir of the Mogul dynasty. And you're nothing.
That's where you're mistaken. I'll go into battle against the demon hordes, and I will triumph. All of Avestan will know my name, and everyone will fall to their knees before me in awe.
You really believe that? You can't change who you are, Sadia. You'll always be the same person you always were. Second class. Insignificant. My name, on the other hand, my name will be immortal.
Take my hand. I'll take you to a more comfortable place.
Trop aimable.
How do you think they knew each other?
He is a prince, she's a princess. Maybe they're siblings. What I find much more puzzling is how the maid knew about their conversation. He wasn't there, and yet it's written in his journal.
Keep reading.
I took the woman to her chambers. It was obvious that she knew the prince, yet I still couldn't find any malevolence in her. In order to keep an eye on her, I commanded one of my invisible air spirits to continue watching her. Aha!
I'll leave you alone now. Get some rest. You'll need your strength tomorrow when we send you home.
I didn't come here only to be sent back.
You were the instrument of a traitor. I doubt Admiral Vahim's going to welcome
Bien
such
sûr
a
que
person
si.
to his fortress.
Let me talk to him.
There's water on the table. I'll have fresh vegetables brought to you soon. We'll meet again at dawn. Good night.
If you won't talk to the Admiral, then I'll do it myself.
And please stay in your room.
No.
Alors. Succès déverrouillé et rebelle. Eh oui, car je savais que j'avais un succès à déverrouiller en jetant les 3 objets dans l'abîme. Salaud que je suis. Bon allez, on va arroser la plante.
It feels like wax. Never. I'm tired. But if I fall asleep, they'll take me back to Fazar at dawn. That must not happen.
Tralalilala.
How? They locked me up in here. It feels like wax. I traveled the Rashtulian wall, so I've already seen more than enough plants.
Qu'est-ce que... On m'a dit qu'il y avait un esprit de l'air. Bon ouais, on sort quoi.
I must join the battle. Let me talk to the Admiral.
I'm truly sorry, but no. And now, please go back and sleep.
Oh le chien. Ah. Là que la plante bouge.
The leaves are swaying in the wind, but there's no wind here.
Et coucou toi.
Hey, you're an air spirit, aren't you? Let's play. Let's play hide and seek. We'll both hide from the mages. What shall we do? They would find us right away in this room.
Ah, trop cool. On a encore un trophée, mais incroyable. Bon, je suis où? Merci Kazuki2433 pour le host. On est ici.
Xerxes!
Merde. Fenêtre de gauche. Y'a mon bâton là. Merde, non.
Xerxes!
Oh, ça va. Calmez-vous.
And now, where shall I put it?
Ah. Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y. Oh, il y a un bug. On voit 2 fois moi. Ah, c'est marrant ça. Bon, on va changer. Ah tiens, observatoire. Pourquoi pas? Ah, on peut descendre les escaliers. Oh, bon, on peut bouger les trompes, c'est vrai.
The horns can be turned.
Vas-y.
The horns can't be turned towards each other. The horns can't be turned towards each other.
Et d'accord.
What is that? It sounds like a whisper. The horns can't be... The whisper is getting louder.
Ouais.
You must find the garden. The name is in the garden, and without the name, the mask is worthless.
I know, but where shall I begin? No one here knows where it is, let alone whether it even exists.
It does exist, but to find it, you need the mask. I'm so close. While the most powerful men in Avestan smash heads in the Gorian desert, I'll restore the realm of my fathers, and there will be no one left to stand in my way.
Is this the same garden the staff spoke of? What is Kasim planning?
Encore un trophée, mais c'est incroyable. Bon. Ah, on vaut mieux pas là. Bah, c'est plus ça. Platine. Bah, sur Steam, je sais pas comment on appelle ça. Ah, tiens, il y a quelque chose. Ouh, mais il y a du monde là.
Is that her?
Yes, but what is
Ah, lui,
she
il est cool,
doing
lui.
here?
Admiral?
I thought the evil mage had locked you up in his tower.
Yes, but I jumped out of the window.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Eh, Wahim?
Take me with you to the battle. I won't disappoint you.
And she has courage.
Yes, but no weapon. Besides, she almost played into Kasim's hands. I think it's too risky.
What sort of weapon do I need in order to come with you?
We're fighting against demons, so something blessed would be good. Bring me some kind of weapon, and my companion will take care of the blessing.
Ouais, bah,
He's a
c'est trop bien, je
Deont.
Diont would be more like it.
Ariakos, please.
What do you know about the battle?
It is said that the demon lord Borbarad is planning an invasion of the damned in the Gorian desert, and Rohal the Wise will oppose him. Rohal's troops have been preparing for the big day for months in Zorgan. Meanwhile, more and more demon scum are forcing their way out of Borbarad's portal into the Gorian desert.
A lot of effort for a slaughter that will only last a few hours.
However it may end, it will change Aventuria forever.
What will it be like to fight against demons?
Horrible. There's nothing more terrible than being exposed to the madness of such a creature.
They don't act or think as we do. Their bodies are not made of flesh and blood. And they're almost invulnerable to common magic.
How does one kill something like that?
With blessed weapons. A lot of luck, courage,
and a gigantic flying fortress.
Why a flying fortress?
No matter what, we must prevent the plague of demons from spreading. That's why we're carrying the battle directly to Borbarad's door. No living thing has ever faced so many creatures from the nether hells as we will in 3 days' time.
You should know, demons are tough, nearly invincible.
One must lure them onto sacred ground in order to defeat them. And since we can't do that, we'll bring the sacred ground to them. Keshalri is a monumental floating temple built to carry the light of the gods into the middle of the armies of darkness.
Bon, s'en
I'll
fout.
be back soon.
S'en fout, je vais vous filer ma dague.
Bless this weapon for me.
A simple dagger.
I'm fast and agile with it. It has done me loyal service.
That's enough for me. However, the blessing will take some time. Pick it up from me later.
Ouais, ça roule.
I'll be back soon.
Et attends, je peux
Why
pas
are
leur
you
parler de ce que
anchored
fait le prince,
outside
ou-
Draconia?
The air elementalists helped us build Keshalri. We had hoped
J'ai
they would
entendu des trucs,
continue
quand
to
même.
support us.
But they're only interested in elements and the harmonies of the spheres, not in politics, no matter how bloody.
The Council will merely send a group of observers on board, but no more than that.
Good. Then there'll be someone who can tell the world about me.
That would be much too selfless for that bunch.
The elementalists have long planned to withdraw from the fate of the world. They expect that the battle will make this decision easier for them.
In other words, they hope it'll be so disgustingly bloody that they'll never have to leave their little ivory tower again.
If that ivory tower still exists at that point.
I didn't know about the prince's plan.
I heard, but how do I know that you won't unknowingly aid him again? As long as we don't know his plans, I won't take any further risks.
I eavesdropped on the prince. He's looking for some garden. He wants to use it to seize power after the battle.
Surely not the Garden of Oblivion.
You know something about it?
Well, yes. It's just a legend,
Une
but
légende, mais
they say
face.
there's a hidden cave somewhere in the Rashtulian Wall, near the volcano Rashtul Kancharot. The cave bears the name the Garden of Oblivion, because everything that takes place there is forgotten by time itself, whatever that means.
Does the legend also mention a mask?
Yes, there was something about that, but I'd have to do some research to be sure.
That doesn't sound like something I need to concern myself with. If Kasim's attention is really on a cave in the Rashtulian Wall and not on the battle, then he's no longer my problem, so we can safely turn our attention towards our actual goal.
The Garden of Oblivion? Have you ever heard of that?
No, never. But this story gets stranger from page to page. I may be mistaken, but something about this garden feels wrong. I can't say what just yet.
Keep reading.
Admiral Wahim turned a deaf ear to every warning, but I felt the danger emanating from this garden. The girl, on the other hand, had tasted blood. I think she imagined the garden was something that could help her achieve her ambitions. Only she didn't know precisely how.
Well, are you taking me with you or not?
I don't know what you think, Wahim, but I like her.
All right then. We set sail at dawn. Rest until then. The cots in Keshalri are far less comfortable than those here. You've come just in time, Xerxes. The girl has just joined our army, which, in my eyes, makes her a good bit more sensible than your entire council.
All right. If you vouch for her, as long as she doesn't hurl us all into disaster.
Eh ouais, mon gars, tu vas faire quoi maintenant? De ma gueule.
He didn't like that at all.
Quite right. Well, back to the fortress for me. Here's to a glorious battle, you two.
I'm going to look round the library a bit. The talk of this Garden of Oblivion has made me curious.
Il y a un truc à prendre ici.
I hear a whisper, like something
Voilà, ça c'est un
evil
jeu
lives
où on
there.
peut skipper les déplacements.
What's that? In the center of the darkness, there's a pedestal. And on top of that, feels like a lamp. I'll take it.
Très bien, ma grande. Hop là.
Huh? Did the darkness come from the lamp then?
Ça c'est l'observatoire. Là-bas il y a le jardin. Chambre. Voir. sais qu'il y a un autre endroit. Tabou. Ah. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
It's only a part of the seal. Something's still missing. I feel a rhythm, like a heartbeat.
Faut rien mettre ici, je pense.
I don't much care for random guesswork.
Très bien, te vexe pas. Ah. Salut toi.
The ice djinn in these halls has shown me the way to an ancient text. It's one of the few in which the Garden of Oblivion is mentioned.
And?
It's a travelogue by a mage named Halef ben Jalif. He was a servant of one of the Mogul mages and sent out to find the garden.
Which Mogul mage?
The last of the Moguls, Malakar. Unfortunately, he never found the garden, and fearing punishment, he began to hide from his master's lackeys. He feared that if he were found, they would, here I quote, "First place the mask on me, and then transform me into a lifeless artifact."
What sort of artifact?
Who knows? Perhaps a ring or a bracelet.
Or a staff?
Those old Moguls really knew how to ruin someone's life.
What was his name again?
He was called Halef ben Jalif. I wonder if they ever caught him.
Je ne sais pas.
What does the log
Que
say
sais-tu
about
sur le
the
jardin?
garden?
Parle.
It says that some sort of magic word is buried in the garden. A word that will awaken the true power of Malakar's mask. And that 3 secret chambers will point the way there. The rest is just incoherent nonsense.
Are you sure?
Yes. The search for the garden must have gone to Jalif's head. He babbles that the place was created by an ancient entity, a servant of time, and that Satinav, the Lord of Time, separated the garden from our spheres, so that nothing that happens in the garden would have consequences for our reality. Then there's something about lies that become truth, and a hole in the Book of Time. Obviously the inventions of a half-wit.
There's a spell buried in the garden which will waken the true power of the mask? What is its true power?
It says here that the mask presents its bearer with a choice. He either decides for sweet oblivion or to undo things which once happened, as if they never came to pass.
That sounds very powerful.
Oh yes, it does. More than a few would murder for such power.
Who is Satinav?
Satinav is the guardian of time. He watches over the Book of Time and makes sure that no one disturbs or changes the things written there.
Has anyone ever seen him?
No, he's only a legend.
3 chambers show the way?
Yes, their entrances are located somewhere in Draconia. Keep an eye out for this symbol. You can have the pages, if you like.
Thank you.
Oh.
However, to open the chambers, you need to have the mask with you. Until you have the mask, there's no point in searching for the chambers.
Are you inciting me to steal?
I'm only here to pass on knowledge. What you do with it is your business, and yours alone.
Bon.
That's enough for now. You know, I find it curious that you've never heard anything about this at all. I noticed your tattoo. You're a descendant of Malakar yourself, aren't you? Have you learned nothing from your forefathers?
No, I'm hearing about all this for the first time.
And our prince, above the observatory. He's your brother, isn't he? I just wonder what drives you. An uncanny determination glows in your eyes. Either you'll achieve the impossible, or you'll descend into the deepest madness.
I won't be stopped.
I only want to warn you. Please, take care of yourself.
Ah, merci bien, l'ami, trop aimable. Regardez quand même. Bon, on se casse. Bon, je peux aller au labo maintenant. Je peux plus rechercher.
Xerxes!
Calm down. I'm allowed to leave my room now.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of room is this?
A workshop.
And what do you do here?
As an ore elementalist, I study stones and crystals.
And dangerous artifacts.
Those too.
What do you know about this mask here?
I don't like it. It gives me an uneasy feeling.
Have you taken a closer look at the stuff on the table?
Briefly.
And?
It is ensouled. Longer study will show what lies within.
Aha.
Aha.
What are you studying now?
An elemental sphere. Don't bother me, I have a good feeling right now. The work is going very smoothly.
Examine the mask.
Ouais.
Later.
When later?
Please, stop harassing me with your annoying questions. I feel good about this sphere right now. I need to make use of this inspiration.
You only research things that give you a good feeling?
I associate warmth and light with
Oh,
the
le
sphere.
chiant, hein.
With the mask, I associate
Sauf que
only
je sais
cold
comment
flesh
faire.
and death. Does that answer your question?
How are you feeling now?
I associate warmth and light with the sphere. With the mask, I associate only cold flesh and death.
Ah, on va te faire changer ça, mon gars. Moi, je veux... Donc, il me faut un objet à lui. Fait.
I know now who you are. Your name is Halef Ben Jalif. You were Malaka's servant. He sent you to find the Garden of Oblivion, but you only made it as far as Draconia. As a punishment, the mask was placed on you. Your memory was stolen, and you were made into what you are now. Yes.
Eh ouais. Yarfa pan Yalif.
What did the staff say?
It's not written here. The air elementalist could only write down what his spirit observed, not what happened in Saj's mind.
Rats. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, and now this.
So you're a victim of the mask yourself. I suppose I can forgive you.
Tu es vraiment trop aimable, Saja. Sacrément belle. Ah. Donc, tu vas prendre T parce que t'as T. Masque. Et le bâton. Et ça.
The mask no longer seems quite so repellent, but I still get bad vibrations from it.
Yark. Merde. Utilise-moi, Saja. Masque. Et parce que c'est bon. Et Tablette.
The mask no longer seems quite so repellent,
Oh, le
but I
relou.
still get bad vibrations from it.
Bon, qu'est-ce qui peut lui plaire?
I can't lose.
Oh, mais lui. Le masque. Et c'est bon pour toi. Oh, et les cristaux alors. On va lui mettre la meule.
The mask no longer seems quite so repellent, but I still get bad vibrations from it.
Il faudrait que je lui fasse détester la sphère. Bah allez, c'est de là.
I would break off my work on the sphere, but there's no good alternative at the moment.
Oh, t'es méga chiant. Bon. Qu'est-ce qui te fait plaisir? Le thé. Peut-être les pierres précieuses, tiens. Quoi? T'as dit quoi?
Is there anything new?
The mask is a reservoir. It stores memories.
Sure, by draining them from people.
Yes, but that's trivial. What's really fascinating is that it stores everything which happens around it. It's as though it observes the world in silence and takes note of everything. If we were to succeed in reversing its effect, we would have access to an enormous archive of past times. I have a good feeling about this.
Comment on fait ça? Bah non.
How can the magic of the mask be reversed?
That sort of thing takes time. I would attempt to weave a modification of a reverse Salis into a gemstone, and then attach that to the mask. If the spell inside the mask is then recited, it should have the converse effect. Instead of emptying the wearer, it would begin to transmit stored memories to him.
Vas-y, inverse, hein, mon gars, fais-toi plaisir.
I want you to reverse the effect of the mask.
That will take time. Besides, I lack an appropriate gemstone.
Eh? Oh, tu me casses les couilles. Le prends, j'en ai besoin.
Stay away. This artifact might be dangerous.
Oh, t'es relou. Oh, tu me fais chier. Ouh, je sais pas si ça va marcher ça.
Weren't you once able to petrify people entirely?
C'est
Maybe
pas...
you'll recall how you did that. Weren't you once able to petrify people entirely? Maybe you'll recall how you did that. The spell only works on living beings. The spell only works on living beings. Weren't you once able to petrify people entirely? Maybe you'll recall how you did that. Weren't you once able to petrify? Maybe you'll recall how you did that.
Putain.
What's that?
You wouldn't understand even if I were willing to explain it to you.
En gros, mais je les veux moi les objets là.
Weren't you once able to petrify people entirely? Maybe you'll recall how you did that.
Faudrait peut-être qu'il lâche la pierre du coup. Quoi? C'est les tablettes.
Weren't you once able to petrify people entirely? Maybe you'll recall how you did that.
Ah, mais oui, il veut une gemme cet abruti.
Take this ruby,
Là, j'écoute rien
weave
de
the
ce qu'il
reversal spell into
Ouais,
it,
qu'il veut une
and
gemme.
reverse the effect of the mask.
I told you, it isn't that easy. First, I need to examine the quality of the stone. Possibly grind it again.
We don't have time for that. I want to know what the mask knows. Do as I tell you.
Such an intervention is dangerous.
I need everything I can get my hands on in order to survive in the gore. My life is at stake here, so do it.
Yeah, we can tell all that. You'll now become either completely stupid or entirely enlightened. Fadan faskadan, esplasta kvatan, umurilor, gras farel goran, hulbe mutir, gerul felan, juntir kvatan, feluntir zodan.
Oh. On va tout voir. Voir.
Hey, can you hear me?
I had a vision.
Someone else's memory? So it worked.
You sound surprised.
You're very lucky that you're still able to speak. What else did you learn? Did you learn any new skills? If so, show me.
Mais pourquoi ça passe des dialogues? Bon, je vais peut-être réussir à le claquer, le... je sais pas, tu lui demandes.
Stop playing with my thoughts. Let me try one more thing. Remove the ruby and put the mask on again. Can you still cast spells?
Yes. I remember more and more.
Ha! I'm brilliant! Once the ruby has created a connection between the wearer and the mask, the bond remains even without the stone. That's enough for now. Give me the mask and you can go.
Je crois qu'il a streamé... Dimanche? Ou samedi? Ouais, tu peux dire qu'on voit que moi, quoi. Allez, tiens! Bam.
He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of stone it transforms someone into.
Alors, je te prends, là.
Yes, that's true.
Allez, hop. On prend tout, hein.
Whatever this is for. What is it? What do you want?
Ah putain.
The face is reacting to the strange orb.
Bon. Yes.
I think it wants to follow me as long as I have the orb.
En effet, il a pas streamé depuis... Je sais plus si c'est samedi ou dimanche. On se casse. Je peux pas prendre le bâton encore. Lac. Faut que j'aille au lac. Ah oui, mais il m'a dit qu'il y avait le dé... Ah, ça...
The drawing fits exactly.
Ah ah. La torche, man.
I don't see any connection. Is it possible to reverse the effect of the darkness?
Ah.
Yes. Now it's as bright as the sun.
Ouais.
I mustn't lose sight of my goal.
Ouais.
Now that's just uninspired.
Ah mais oui. Ouais, je l'utilise là. Retourner à la bibliothèque.
It's shiny and clean. Just a moment, there's an odd indentation.
Dessous, il y a le lac.
There's an odd...
Si j'éclaire ce dessin-là, on va le voir en dessous. Ou le dessin sera complet. Et voilà.
Huh? I feel the mask in my pocket. It's pulling me, drawing me there.
Assis-toi, wesh.
I could petrify them all with my spell.
Ouais. Si tu veux. On va faire ça, hein. Toutes les plantes.
Who is doing magic in my chamber? I've slept for so long. Please, awaken me with your magic.
Très bien, madame. Très bien, monsieur.
That only works with magic.
Oh.
Don't be frightened. Remain seated. There's
Ah, c'est bien fait. On dirait que le masque, c'est ses mains, du coup.
Listen well, and you will understand.
Ouais.
Once there was Satinav, the guardian of time. Satinav wrote everything that happened, was going to happen, and had happened in his book of time. Anyone who deviated from the path written in the book or sought to rewrite time was punished by Satinav with the worst punishment that could ever be inflicted on anyone. He ripped the poor soul from its existence as if it had never been there at all. What no one remembers is that Satinav had a servant. Me, the Djinn of Time, Nemoremnon.
Un nom de Digimon, ça.
In the name of my lord I roamed the ages, punishing heretics and healing the rents in the fabric of time that their heresy had caused. I was powerful, and yet I was only a servant to the boundless tyranny of a careworn master. Then came the day on which everything would change. When a woman came before Satinav with her dead son, she begged for the life of her child, for an adjustment of time. But Satinav, in his infinite cruelty, would not listen. I, however, took pity on the creature, and in an act of boundless benevolence, I created my mightiest tool. A mask. My mask. And I gave it to the creature, so that never again would anyone lose something so precious.
Weird.
Ouais, sinistre, sinistre. Ça quoi. On sort et on va faire stopper la VOD ici. Donc du coup, on se retrouve plus tard pour la partie 6 de Memoria. À bientôt pour la prochaine VOD YouTube. Salut!